What if I told you that everything you know, everything you believe to be real, is a lie? That the world around you, the life you think you're living, is nothing but a carefully constructed illusion? It sounds impossible, doesn't it? But there was one man who dared to expose this truth. Jacobo Grinberg, a scientist who unearthed something so profound, so hidden from the rest of us, that it sent shockwaves through the very fabric of reality. And then, without warning, he disappeared. This wasn't just any discovery. Grinberg revealed that our world, our universe, is nothing more than a hologram. We're living in a matrix, a projection shaped by consciousness itself. Your thoughts, your mind, they hold the power to bend and manipulate the very reality you think is solid. But here's the chilling part. What happens when someone gets too close to the truth? When someone dares to pull back the curtain on the illusion we're all trapped in? Grinberg vanished without a trace, and no one has been able to explain why. So what is this secret that was so dangerous it had to be silenced? And more importantly, why does it matter to you? Could it be that the same hologram Grinberg exposed is the one shaping your life right now? What if everything you know is a lie? Jacobo Grinberg wasn't just any scientist. He was a visionary, someone whose theories shook the very foundation of how we see reality. His work, well, it went way beyond the traditional boundaries of science. He proposed something that still sends ripples through the worlds of physics and metaphysics alike. Reality is a hologram. But here's where things get even more intriguing. Grinberg didn't just make waves with his ideas. He vanished, disappeared without a trace. One day, he was there, working on his research, and then, poof, gone. No one knows what happened, and the mystery only deepens. Before his sudden and baffling disappearance, Grinberg was consumed with studying human consciousness. He had this mind-blowing theory that our entire world, no, the whole universe, was merely a hologram. Just stop for a second and think about it. Everything you see, touch, or feel, it's all part of an illusion, crafted by the interaction between your mind and the world around you. It sounds like something straight out of science fiction, doesn't it? But Grinberg was serious, and his ideas challenged everything we thought we knew about existence. Now, about his vanishing, what really happened? Was it connected to his groundbreaking research? Did he stumble upon something so profound that forces beyond our comprehension had to intervene? Government cover-up? Alien abduction? Something even more surreal? We may never know. But what we do know is that Grinberg's research forever changed the way we think about reality, and whether we're living in a hologram that's just waiting to be unraveled. Grinberg's most revolutionary idea? That we're all living in a holographic matrix. Yeah, that's right. What if the reality we experience every day isn't as solid as we think? Grinberg believed that our consciousness actively shapes and alters the world around us, creating a hologram that we perceive as real. It's a radical theory, one that challenges everything we've been taught about existence. Are we really living in a hologram? Is the universe a hologram? His work raised these questions and more. Now think about how wild this concept is. If Grinberg's theory is right, our minds, our very thoughts, can manipulate the holographic fabric of reality. Imagine having the power to change your surroundings, not by moving objects with your hands, but with your mind. This isn't just science fiction. It's the core of the hologram theory he proposed. Reality is a hologram, he argued, and consciousness is the key to shaping it. This idea was groundbreaking. turning the very notion of a fixed external reality on its head. Grinberg's holographic matrix theory didn't just challenge the traditional scientific view, it also opened up the possibility that we have far more control over our reality than we ever imagined. The synergic theory he developed suggested that everything we see, touch, or feel could be altered through focused intention. Just think about the implications. If this theory holds, the way we interact with the world might just be a mental projection, with our thoughts acting as the puppet master. Could we really be living in a hologram that bends to our will? Grinberg didn't stop at the idea that reality is a hologram. He went deeper. He introduced a concept he called Syntergy, a bridge between human consciousness and the very fabric of space-time. What does that mean exactly? It means that through Syntergy, individuals could manipulate their environment, not just physically, but with their thoughts. It's mind-blowing, right? Grinberg believed that this holographic matrix isn't just passive. It responds to our consciousness, creating a synergy between mind and reality. Syntergy was the cornerstone of his research, showing how consciousness could affect reality in real time. Imagine this. You're not just living in a world that you observe, you're actively shaping it. Grinberg's neurological studies supported this, suggesting that our brains are wired to interact with this holographic field. He argued that consciousness isn't limited to just experiencing reality, but actually has the power to alter it. This concept flips everything we thought we knew about the mind's role in the universe. Could your thoughts be influencing the hologram you live in? But here's the thing. Grinberg didn't just theorize this. He explored practical applications too. He believed that those who understood Syntergy could intentionally shift their reality, bending the holographic universe to their will. It's a bold claim, but one rooted in his studies on brain function and consciousness. Imagine being able to direct your thoughts to create change. How different would life be if we truly had that kind of control? It makes you wonder, doesn't it? Just how far does this connection between consciousness and reality go? Grinberg's research took another fascinating turn when he explored the concept of the non-local brain. Drawing from the EPR paradox in quantum mechanics, he suggested that human brains could interact with one another in ways similar to quantum entanglement. What does that mean? Essentially, he believed that two people, separated by great distances, could still share a mental connection, influencing each other's thoughts and emotions without any physical interaction. Sounds wild, doesn't it? His studies on telepathy and meditation brought this idea to life. Through various experiments, Grinberg showed how individuals in deep meditative states seemed to synchronize their brainwaves, even when they were in different rooms, sometimes even miles apart. He theorized that consciousness could be non-local, existing outside of the physical boundaries of our bodies, just like entangled particles in quantum theory. This connection wasn't just theoretical. It was something he believed could be observed in real-world experiments. Now think about the implications. If human consciousness is non-local, connected across vast distances like entangled particles, what does that say about the nature of reality itself? Are we all interconnected in ways we can't even fully comprehend yet? Grinberg's exploration of the non-local brain opens up a whole new perspective on how we relate to each other and the universe. Could our thoughts, our very minds, be influencing the hologram we all live in, whether we're aware of it or not? Grinberg didn't just focus on scientific theories. He sought out wisdom from ancient traditions, particularly the shamans of Mexico. These spiritual leaders, who had long believed in their ability to manipulate reality, fascinated him. What Grinberg discovered during his time with them was astonishing. These shamans appeared to demonstrate the ability to alter the holographic universe, bending reality through rituals, chants, and meditation. It was more than just tradition. It seemed like real, lived experience that aligned with his hologram theory. During his travels, Grinberg observed how shamans interacted with the world around them, seemingly influencing the environment with their minds. Their deep connection to the universe, or the hologram, as Grinberg saw it, allowed them to shift reality in ways that Western science couldn't easily explain. It was a perfect merging of ancient knowledge and cutting-edge science. He believed that these individuals had tapped into the very mechanisms of the holographic matrix, using their consciousness to shape the world around them in ways most of us can only imagine. What's truly fascinating is how these traditions mirror Grinberg's concept of Syntergy, the synergy between consciousness and reality. Shamans, in his view, were the practical masters of this knowledge, demonstrating that with the right focus and intention, anyone could potentially alter the fabric of the holographic universe. Their abilities weren't seen as supernatural, but as a deep understanding of how to work within the hologram we all live in. Could it be that the shamans held the key to unlocking this power within each of us? Grinberg's theories took an even more profound turn when he suggested that the universe itself is a projection of collective consciousness. Imagine that. Everything we see, feel, and experience isn't just a physical construct, but a reflection of the thoughts and beliefs of all living beings. According to Grinberg, we aren't just observers of reality, we are the creators of it. The universe as a hologram is shaped by our minds, making each of us an active participant in molding the world we live in. Is the universe a hologram? Grinberg certainly believed so. This concept aligns beautifully with ideas like the law of attraction, where thoughts influence reality. Grinberg proposed that our collective thoughts and intentions project outward, creating the very fabric of existence. If the universe is a hologram, then every thought we think is like a ripple in that hologram, influencing the reality we experience. It's not just a passive process, it's dynamic, with consciousness continuously interacting with the world around us. Are we living in a hologram that responds to our every thought? Grinberg's work here ties together many ancient spiritual teachings with modern science, bridging the gap between quantum mechanics and metaphysics. By understanding that the universe is not just a collection of atoms, but a vast field of consciousness, he opened the door to limitless possibilities. Could it be that we, through our collective minds, hold the power to shape not only our individual realities, but the entire universe? It's a thought that leaves you questioning, what else might we be capable of if we truly understood this holographic universe? And then, just like that, Grinberg disappeared. One of the most brilliant minds exploring the idea that reality is a hologram simply vanished without a trace. The suddenness of it has fueled countless theories. Did he discover something so revolutionary that it put him in danger? Was his work threatening to those in power? Or perhaps, did he stumble upon a truth so profound that reality itself, this hologram, reacted to his discovery in ways we can't comprehend? His disappearance remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries. Some speculate that his research into the holographic universe caught the attention of powerful groups, governments, secret organizations, or even extraterrestrial forces. After all, if Grinberg was right, if we are living in a hologram, then those who control this knowledge would hold immense power. Could his disappearance be the result of forces trying to silence him? Theories of alien abduction, covert operations, and more swirl around his name, but none have been confirmed. What we do know is that his work remains, and it still challenges our understanding of reality. The truth is, the more we delve into Grinberg's research, the more we realize just how far-reaching and transformative his ideas could be. His vanishing only deepens the intrigue. Could it be that the hologram he studied so intensely consumed him? Or maybe, just maybe, he unlocked a part of reality that allowed him to transcend our physical world altogether. His disappearance isn't just a mystery, it's a reminder that reality as we know it might not be as solid as we think. So what really happened to Jacobo Grinberg? Though Grinberg disappeared, his ideas continue to inspire and provoke thought across the world. His work on the holographic matrix hasn't faded into obscurity. In fact, it's more relevant than ever. People today are still asking, are we living in a hologram? Grinberg's theories about consciousness shaping reality have found new life in discussions of quantum mechanics, spirituality, and the nature of existence. The legacy he left behind challenges us to rethink what we know about the world and what we don't. Grinberg's holographic theory also aligns with emerging fields of study, from neuroscience to quantum physics. His belief that our consciousness plays a direct role in shaping the universe continues to be explored by modern scientists and spiritual thinkers alike. The idea that reality is a hologram no longer seems so far-fetched. It's fascinating how his research continues to bridge the gap between science and spirituality, showing us that perhaps these two worlds aren't as separate as we once thought. But perhaps the most powerful part of Grinberg's legacy is the sense of wonder it leaves behind. His work encourages us to question everything: our perception of reality, our understanding of the universe, and even our own minds. Could it be that through our collective consciousness, we are all shaping the holographic universe in ways we haven't yet discovered? His theories push us to keep exploring, keep questioning, and never settle for the reality that's handed to us. After all, if reality is a hologram, then what else might we be capable of creating? Now that you've glimpsed the truth, what will you do with it? If reality is a hologram and your thoughts can shape everything around you, how has your perception of life changed? Have you been blindly accepting the version of reality handed to you, or have you begun to see the illusion for what it really is? The deeper you dive, the more you realize everything you once believed might not be as solid as it seems. But here's the real question: what are you going to do about it? Imagine the power you hold right now to start bending the fabric of this holographic universe to your will. What if, by simply understanding how your mind interacts with this hologram, you could transform your reality? It's not just possible, it's happening. But here's the real challenge. Are you ready to fully embrace this truth, to step into the role of creator, and not just a passive observer of the world around you? Once you unlock this power, there's no turning back. The question is, are you ready? But if everything we know is just a projection, just a hologram shaped by our mind, how much of what we believe to be real is actually real? What if our entire experience of reality is nothing more than a controlled hallucination? And if that's true, then who or what is doing the controlling?